Hey, this is Pastor Ryan. Thanks for joining us for Step One. Our passage this week is John chapter 18, verses 28 through 40. Step One is a resource to help aid in your inductive Bible study. It's a journey through the observation step. When you see the symbol, pause the video and explore the passage on your own. Spend some time answering the prompt question and observing the rest of the text. Then watch the video while comparing your notes to ours. First, we want to look at when these events are happening. It was following the prior questioning in the courtyard of the high priest. John tells us it was in the early morning, and in the setting reminds us it is near the Passover. They're now outside the governor's headquarters because the Jews did not want to ceremonially defile themselves by entering Pilate's headquarters after leading Jesus from the house of Caiaphas to see Pilate. So Pilate speaks with the Jewish audience asking, "What accusation do you bring against this man?" They do not directly answer the question, saying instead, "If this man were not doing evil, we would not have delivered him over to you." Pilate, not having received a charge he could prosecute, replies, "Take him yourselves and judge him by your own law." The Jews say this isn't a workable solution because it is not lawful for us to put anyone to death. John pauses the narrative to supply the reader with some background information, telling us this happened to fulfill the word that Jesus had spoken to show by what kind of death he was going to die. Pilate now has a private conversation with Jesus, telling the reader he's entered the headquarters, the facility the Jews were not willing to enter, so Pilate and Jesus are able to speak without the Jews overhearing. Pilate asks Jesus a question, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus asks where the charge is coming from, asking if the charge is coming from Pilate or from others. Pilate asks Jesus another two questions. The first one separates himself from the Jewish crowd. However, after pointing out his own people had turned him over to him, Pilate asks, "What have you done?" Jesus gives him an answer about the nature of his kingdom, concluding, "My kingdom is not from the world." Pilate tries again to raise a chargeable concern, jumping on Jesus' prior statements asking, "So you are a king?" Jesus does not give a direct response. Instead, he says, "You say that I am a king." Then he clarifies his purpose. He says, "For this purpose I was born, and for this purpose I have come into the world, to bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice," describing his purpose in terms of a bearer of truth. Pilate replies, "What is truth?" We don't know if this is a sarcastic quip, a dismissive statement, or an honest question. That would be an interpretive decision. Before leaving this section, we want to note there are at least 6 uses of kingly language applying to Jesus. The debate is whether or not he is a king. After Pilate finishes questioning Jesus, he goes to engage with the Jews. We're told he must go back outside to speak with them, reminding us a second time about the logistics of the situation. Also, it's near the time of the Passover. After his examination of Jesus, he declares, "I find no guilt in him." He goes on to give them an option. "But you have a custom that I should release one man for you at the Passover." He puts the issue in their court, asking, "So do you want me to release to you the king of the Jews?" It is difficult to discern the meaning behind these words. Is he saying them sarcastically, honestly, ironically, or humorously, making a joke of the whole situation? But the title given to Jesus, however it was given, was King of the Jews. The Jews respond they want Barabbas. John pauses the narrative after they reject Jesus for Barabbas, giving us the background information that he's a robber. So John gives us the setting for these conversations, staged at the governor's headquarters, with Pilate first seeking a charge from the Jews, asking for an accusation, then the relatively private conversation between Pilate and Jesus, with Pilate asking Jesus if he was the king of the Jews, what he had done, and again asking if he was a king. After asking, "What is truth?" he brings his verdict back to the Jewish people, saying he had found no guilt in him. And that's step 1 for John chapter 18, verses 28 through 40. We'd encourage you to continue your step 1 journey on your own. What observations do you see in the text? What's an important observation you think we missed in today's video? You're encouraged to use the life group notes to continue your Bible study journey this week. We're looking forward to processing our Bible study journeys together this Sunday at Louisville Evangelical Free Church. We hope to see you then.